What's going on? Muriel from the Sunshine Family. Today talking about moving to Costa Rica and worst case scenarios. Yes, you hear that well. I'm gonna cover some juicy worst case scenarios and hopefully this will help you to come to Costa Rica if you're thinking about moving and just let go of all those what if. Hey, I left the Netherlands back in 2018 with my husband Dirk and two growing up kids. That time they were 8 and 14. And it has been the best adventure ever. And we have faced challenges, of course. But yeah, so far, so good. I'm really happy we took the leap. And I am here to share everything I have learned myself. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and you're new, then you see a little icon with Dirk on my face. If you tap it, you also get the chance to tap a little bell icon. And if you click that, you get a notification every time I upload a new video. And that is always related to Costa Rica Expat Life, moving to Costa Rica, but also if you're just thinking about coming to Costa Rica for a vacation. Yeah, I think that you can learn a lot from my videos, which is actually not because I'm the expert. I just share everything I've learned myself. So yeah, hopefully I'm passing on all the information that I think can be valuable for others. But I leave that up to you, right? So please watch my video till the end. A lot of people say that I share a lot of details in between. I don't script my videos. I just make videos about stuff that people want to hear. So today, moving to Costa Rica and worst case scenarios, right? There's a lot of people on the fence of moving. And by the way, I'm sweating my pants out, which I'm actually not wearing. I'm only wearing a t-shirt and shorts, but it's the hottest time of the year right now. It's where the dry season blends over in rainy season. It's midst of April. And I'm living in a very hot climate area in Santa Teresa. So I'm literally just moving slow all day. And it's the end of the day right now, so it's getting cooler. So if you think, oh, you look so warm, I feel so warm. But that's Costa Rica life as well. Okay, let me just dive right in at worst case scenario number 1 about moving to Costa Rica. This is just based on what people share with me, right? And what I recognize myself. What if I move to Costa Rica and I regret it? Well, and I had some discussions in some Costa Rica groups on Facebook about this, that people sometimes say, yeah, but you think so, you talk so easy about it. But this is my answer. If you happen not to like it, you just go back or you go somewhere else. I don't see what's complicated about that. Now, a lot of people say, yeah, but so this is with respect for everyone, right? Yeah, but people leave things, right? They organize, they use their savings, or they use money, they make big decisions, quit jobs and stuff. Yeah. So, isn't it all replaceable? Like, this is how I stand in life, but perhaps that's my old Vipassana meditation mindset. And if you never heard about that, look it up, Vipassana meditation. That's based on the life vision of everything comes and everything goes, and nothing is there forever, right? So we're not here forever, and your choice doesn't have to be forever. There's people, they're moving to Costa Rica and they change, or whatever, their relationship changes, and they decide that it's not for them anymore. But it can also be vice versa. People are just like, you know what, I'm not sure about it, and they completely fall in love with it. But I think the choice of coming to Costa Rica is way easier, of moving to Costa Rica, I must say, if you just are prepared to accept that things come as they go. Come as they come, but also that we are most likely able to think, what if, doom scenario, but forget about that. If you come to Costa Rica, there's this infinite possibilities of awesome positive scenarios that can happen that you cannot imagine yet. And that is basically what has happened to Dirk and myself, since we force ourselves, and that's just daily mind work that we do for years and years, which started when we started to work online, because we're self-made entrepreneurs. We make a very good living online thanks to our laptops. That's what we do in Costa Rica. So, and by the way, if you're curious about that, go to the description below. There is a world in the description waiting for you with free books about what we do, but also my training and recommendations. So if that's something that you're curious about, go to the description. But since we started online, we started to develop ourselves, and that also, that way of thinking, that mindset, helped us to think that way. So what if we moved to Costa Rica and it's not what we expected? Well, we said to each other, we cannot just anticipate on the what if. We have to do it first, and then you can make your conclusions. Simple. Keep it simple. And we took it for granted that it could be a failure. But what is a failure if there's always a way back, right? You don't burn your passport. And there's another doom scenario. Number 2 is, what if you sell all your stuff and then you find out you don't like it? You don't have any stuff. And I'm like, again, this is how I stand in life. What is stuff? Stuff you can buy. You know, your thoughts, your health, that is your temple, right? That is precious. If you can think clearly and you're healthy, of course, you can create anything. You can create the money, you can attract the money to buy all the future stuff that you're gonna need. And perhaps it sounds new to you, this way of thinking, but this is my way of thinking. And I know it's not everyone's way of thinking, but this is how I was able to create a brand new life from scratch without knowing the language, without knowing basically anything about Costa Rica, except the vacation that I spent there, and then decided, we're gonna move here. It is basically born from the mindset of, you can always create new, you have your own thoughts, and with that you can create new things, including stuff, and including creating the money that you need for the life that you want. So that is number 2 about letting go of stuff. People ask me, well, how did you ship your stuff in a container? I didn't ship anything. We brought everything in 2 suitcases and a backpack. And of course, our cash flow kept on running through our laptops and our smartphones, because that's how our business is built. It has no walls. So what if you lose your laptop? Well, you freaking buy a new laptop, right? Because it's in the cloud. We live in such an awesome time where you do have the freedom of choice, but a lot of people don't grab it because they still hang on to stuff, and they still hang on to the doom scenarios. And that's why I'm making this video, for those who want to hear a completely different way of looking at things. And I'm not saying I don't like stuff, but I'm also saying I let go of my stuff. And I was actually happily surprised to see how easy it was to sell everything, to give everything away, and just be left behind with stuff that you can carry. And that was such a feeling of freedom that can bring you to Costa Rica, that can bring you to any place in the world, right? And everything that you need, that you find out that you missed, you can buy. Easy. So number 3 is, what if I get very, very sick in Costa Rica, in a strange country? And now, here's my answer. You go to a hospital, you go to a doctor, you ask advice. There is doctors here and very, very good medical care. Very, very good. I've experienced that multiple times. I really advise you to watch my coming videos, because I'm going to reveal something about what's happening now, but that's not for now. But about medical care, my daughter has had surgery for her broken collarbone. My son had like a huge gap in his knee after falling with his bike. He had stitches. My husband Dirk and Nick had a quad accident thank goodness they were wearing helmets, but it was quite a story. And in all those situations, and like tons of other small situations, like having a sick eye, how do you say that, like an infection, and just little things, we use doctors. And yes, also when you don't speak the language, you can get access to good doctors. They are basically everywhere. Costa Rica is not a third world country. It is a country where in a lot of areas it is still how it was a couple of hundreds of years ago, but it doesn't mean that the medical care is left behind. There are super modern healthcare here, and people from all over the world travel to Costa Rica to do their dental work, but also for surgery. So have the faith in the medical care in Costa Rica. And also, this is basically, that counts for all three examples, that you have to have faith in yourself and in the goodness of people around the world, not just in Costa Rica, but around the world. I've traveled a lot. I've been in countries such as China, Uzbekistan, places where they never saw a foreigner. And I assure you, I didn't speak the language there either. And still, having an important conversation about stuff that matters, because we were sick in Uzbekistan. We needed a doctor there. People understand when you need a freaking doctor, and there's doctors everywhere. So have faith in the goodness of people, and have faith in life and in yourself that you will find a solution, as long as you keep thinking creative, right? And you are thinking positive, because everything you focus on grows. So if you focus on the doom scenarios, the list of the doom scenarios will grow, and you will be talking yourself out of moving to Costa Rica. And I don't think that's what you want. I would just flip it and say, come move to Costa Rica anyways, and if you don't like it, you can always decide to get back or go somewhere else. But I have to laugh a little bit, but actually by making this video, I realized that this is how we have done it. The fact that you can watch my videos about all the stupid mistakes I've made and all the daily things that happen that is, sometimes needs a solution whatsoever. I couldn't watch my own videos. I had to figure it out by myself. And to be really honest, look at the video makers about Costa Rica. Most of them came after me. When I moved to Costa Rica, and the 1.5 years before that, there was not so much video material. So obviously more people move to Costa Rica and think, hey, you know what, I'm also gonna make videos, and which is cool. But I didn't have a lot of examples. So I just figured it out, and it all went well. So what is the worst case scenario? I think worst case scenario, the biggest worst case scenario there is that you gonna hang on with you. I'm pointing, I don't mean you, that you're bad or whatever, but like if you recognize what I'm saying, I'm talking about you, yes or no, right? But the worst case scenario would be that you gonna talk yourself out of living a dream that you always dreamed about. And that's what happens overall with people, not just in, for example, this is an area where this happens as well. A lot of people dream about making a living online, but they don't never try, or they never start because they are in advance super afraid of what can go wrong, right? Or people get discouraged after making a couple of mistakes, which shows them, you see, it doesn't work, but that doesn't mean it won't happen. And I'm an example of just pressing on with a dream to work online, and that successful online career or entrepreneurship. I don't see myself having a career online, but more like a lifestyle thanks to my online income. But a lot of people get discouraged and never started or never completed because they just panic when they make mistakes. While I believe that you need to make mistakes in everything. It starts when you are a baby, right? That you have to fall flat on your face to learn, this was not such an awesome move. I need to hold myself. Or babies learn to walk, little kids learn how to walk by falling a lot and by keep on looking up after their fall and just keeping their eyes pinned on the horizon or where they want to go to their mama's arms or whatsoever. And that's with everything. It's also with moving to Costa Rica. It's nothing different, right? If you want to move to Costa Rica, you have to work on your mindset to deal with the worst case scenarios when they would occur. So read the right books. I have always in the description below, there is like really a world of information there. And a lot of people don't know it's there because you see this little piece of text below my video, but there's like this part of text with free book tips, with things that can also help you feed your mind to be a stronger person. So worst case scenarios are not worst case scenarios. They're just going to be situation that you will find a solution for. How is that? How is that approach? Doesn't that scare you less now? Thinking about there is no perfect preparation for moving to Costa Rica. And the biggest mistake you can make is listen too much to your own doom scenarios. So I touched on 3, right? About stuff, about what if you don't like it, what if you get sick. There are so many more. Like, what if I don't make friends? Well, that's, sorry, but that's up to you. Like, if you don't make friends, probably you're not cool to hang out with, or you're living in an area where there's not a lot of people living, or, it all starts inside of yourself. That if you are friends with yourself, you can be friends with others. And if you are friends with yourself, the necessity of having a lot of new friends is not really there. But it will come, like you're gonna attract new friends once you are balanced in yourself. And a lot of people lie their happiness outside of themselves, like as if Costa Rica should have to offer it, like the area should have to offer awesome community groups so they can make friends. No, I think Costa Rica will give you a very good place to live after you move to Costa Rica, when you are in balance and at peace with yourself. And this is how I've done it. And it's not that happened overnight, that I just started thinking this way. That started 8 years ago when I started to shift my mind from having a job to working online and being fully independent. My mentor taught me, if you want to do what just a little amount of people do, you have to start thinking so differently as just a little percentage of the people who are making a lot of money online are thinking. So you have to be prepared to read the books others are not prepared to read. And you have to be prepared to take the risk that others are not prepared, not willing to make or to take. And it's the same with moving to Costa Rica. If you're not willing to take that leap, so it's not about the perfect preparation, you will be never prepared for the perfect move. Like you will be never prepared for your firstborn, and you will be never prepared for marriage, or you will be never prepared. There is just a go as it comes scenario, that there is good things happening when you trust in the good to come. And that is based on what I've learned over the years. Everything you focus on grows. So focus on the positive scenarios. Focus on, what if? Okay, so what if you drive from A to B? What if your car gets, breaks down? It's also a doom scenario. Well, trust in that there will be always someone passing your car and offers you help. That has happened so many times with us, with my daughter. We have also been the person who offered the help. Like, this is what we do. So I think this is the essence of my video for today. It's not about giving you this list of doom scenarios and just tell you, well, you can do this like this way with it, or do this in this doom scenario. No, it's about you go inside of yourself and start building yourself up in the mind to be able to deal with any doom scenario based on trust, based on faith, based on positive thinking, based on stop want to control the situation. You cannot. The only thing you can control is how you think and how you deal with situations. I'm not going to say you're not going to make any mistakes. I'm not going to say you're going to be sitting and crying and pulling your hair out because you did something stupid in your new country. That will happen, but as long as you learn from it, isn't that the journey? Isn't that what it's all about? I hope this makes sense. I am actually looking really forward to reading your replies below in the comments below. Give me your thumbs up if you think that you can benefit from it. Of course, go to the description if you want to see if what I do online is a right fit for you. Ask me questions, check out my coaching programs, just follow my videos. And if you don't like them, don't watch them. It's simple. No one is pushing you to watch my videos, right? I'm just an average mom from the Netherlands who happened to be working online, and thanks to that could move to Costa Rica. I hope that I can serve you with everything I have learned again. So subscribe to that channel if you haven't done that yet. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.